Tēnā koutou katoa, welcome back to InfoJam for 2022, where we stop and update you on news and info from the past week. Leading news this week, New Zealand's Waitangi Day commemorations have been held online for 2022. Due to COVID restrictions, the Waitangi Treaty Grounds were closed, which forced many ceremonies to go online. A small event was still held at Waitangi. Waka paua were paddled to Te Ti Marae to mark the occasion, with around 200 people gathering to watch them come ashore. Prime Minister Jacinda Ardern and Governor General Dame Cindy Kiro both travelled to Waitangi to pre-record their speeches last month. Broadcasters including RNZ National, News Hub and Māori TV marked the day by running special Waitangi Day programs. Prime Minister Jacinda Ardern used her Waitangi Day speech to call for people to come together and overcome the challenges facing the country today and into the future. She said across Aotearoa there are stories of arrival, settlement, conflict, unity, hope and hardship, and acknowledging the stories is crucial to people's connection to each other. She went on to say that she was proud that this year schools will have the resources to teach New Zealand history and that the country will celebrate the first Matariki public holiday. In world news, Queen Elizabeth has marked 70 years on the British throne. She is now the first queen to reign in Europe for that long in over 1,000 years. The 95-year-old became the Queen of Britain and more than a dozen other realms, including Canada, Australia and New Zealand, on the death of her father, King George VI, on the 6th of February 1952. This happened while she was in Kenya on an international tour. Queen Elizabeth will mark Ascension Day in private. However, there will be 4 days of national events to mark her Platinum Jubilee in June. Buckingham Palace has also released footage showing her viewing items from previous royal jubilees, such as a fan given to her great-grandmother, Queen Victoria, to mark her 50th year on the throne in 1887, signed by family, friends and politicians. From the Odd Stuff file, the world's oldest person has celebrated her 119th birthday in Japan. Kane Tanaka marked the milestone with staff at the nursing home where she lives in Fukuoka, Southwest Japan. The Guinness Book of Records recognised Tanaka's status in March 2019 when she was 116. She went on to achieve an all-time Japanese age record when she reached 117 years and 261 days in September 2020. Born in 1903, the year the Wright brothers made their first powered flight and the first Tour de France was held, Tanaka has lived through 5 Japanese imperial reigns. She loves fizzy drinks and chocolate and has her sights set on reaching her 120th birthday. In sports, New Zealand has won their first ever Winter Olympic gold medal with snowboarder Zoe Sadowski-Synnott. Claiming gold in the women's snowboard slopestyle event, she went into the Olympics as the defending world champion and made an emphatic start in her opening ride at the Genting Snow Park. The New Zealander took the early lead with a score of 84.51 on her first run, but was overtaken by Marino, who scored 87.68 on her second run, before Sadowski-Synnott won the gold with her final run. Cody took bronze with a score of 84.15 from her final run. Our pop culture topic this week is Minnie Mouse. Minnie Mouse is getting a makeover. The iconic Disney character, who was created almost 100 years ago, usually wears a red and white polka dot dress. But to celebrate Disneyland Paris's 30th anniversary, she's swapping her red dress for a blue blazer and matching trousers. The new look has been designed and created by Stella McCartney and has been created in honour of Women's History Month, which takes place in March. Until now, Minnie has usually worn a skirt or dress. I wanted Minnie to wear her very first pantsuit at Disneyland Paris, so I have designed one of my iconic costumes, a blue tuxedo, using responsibly sourced fabrics, said McCartney. But it is not just Minnie's clothes that have changed. Minnie's red bow has been swapped out for blue, and her yellow shoes are exchanged for black ones to complete the look. Finally, the value of the week this week is flexibility. Flexibility means being able to be bent, usually without breaking. There are times in life where we can feel disappointed and let down when unexpected things happen. In these times, it's helpful to practice flexibility. Flexibility allows us to navigate unexpected changes without breaking down. The best way to be flexible is to accept that there are circumstances that are out of our control and things won't always go as expected. And a huge shout out to all the students at Mount Maunganui Intermediate in the sunny Bay of Plenty. Hey, that's it for this week's Info Jam. If you want to know more about these stories and others like them, make sure you have a look around kiwikidsnews.co.nz. And remember to tune in next week for our next Info Jam. Ka kite anō.